how to take care of cats. If you want to learn how to take care of cats, or if you want to learn how to do it better, listen up.
You are now rocking with the Cool Cats and me, the D.E.V. First of all, let's check out this cast of characters. First, we have Batman. He's the ringleader. Straight, raw cat. Fearless. If there was a such thing as a watch cat, he would be it. Next, we have Robin. He is truly the opposite of Batman. A sidekick for real. Robin doesn't want to do anything but chill. All love. We call Robin the witness because he sits in the cut, observe everybody else, then he comes and tells me the details. And last, we have Bruh Man. Bruh Man, the terror. He was not playing. I rescued Bruh Man from a shelter the day before he was scheduled to be killed. Straight alley cat. And always on a hunt. These are the Cool Cats, along with me, the D to the E to the V. So today's topic is how to take care of cats. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover 5 points today on how to take care of cats. The first one we're going to discuss is feeding. Okay, so the first thing I want to go over with feeding is what? So, with feeding, you have your soft food and then you have your hard food. People feel different ways about this, but I'm going to share and put in my 2 cents. From what I understand, the hard food is better for the cat's teeth. It builds their bones and things like that. Soft food, they tend to love that more. At least my cats do. They go crazy with that. But it kind of messes up their breath if you feed them that all the time. I heard there's some downsides to feeding that too much, but in a combination, it's all good. What I do 5 days hard food, and then I give them soft food 2 days a week, kind of as a treat for them. So that's what I do. One of the most important things about feeding would be when to feed. Now we all have seen, overweight cats, fat cats, if you will. That's really not healthy. People say that's cute, but that's not healthy. Just like it wouldn't be healthy with humans. But how cats get that way is leaving food down all day long, always having food down where cats can just eat whenever. So what you should do, you should have designated time to feed the cats and get them on a regimen, and that way it's healthier for them. I feed my cats twice a day. With my schedule, I feed them at 11 in the morning and 11 at night. That's a 12-hour window there. And what they do, they put the food down at 11. They like to nibble, and it may take them 3 or 4 hours to finish that food. And then you don't feed them anymore until 11 at night. And then they do the same thing again. So that breaks it up, and they're not constantly, eating. Another thing I want to touch on under feeding briefly here is talking about the raw diet. I do believe that is the healthiest and best thing for cats. Eating real meat and real food, that's what they would eat in the wild. And it's healthier. Everyone, of course, is not going to be able to, because that can be very expensive. It can get very expensive. So everybody is not going to be able to do that every day. But I do think that it's something that we all should strive towards. And if obviously you're in a position to do that, that's the way we should be feeding our cats. So the second topic we want to talk about today on how to take care of cats is going to be the litter box. Now that's a big one. So, for me, one of the things I love about this is, remember, I'm a dog person. This is the first time I had cats. And, dogs take a lot more work than cats do. You gotta walk them 3 times a day, a lot of times, and all of that. So cats, all you gotta do is change their litter box. But that's the key, changing the litter box. Now, you want to change the litter box every day. It takes about 5 minutes, if that. Because if you don't do that and the litter box piles up, cats are very neat. So a lot of times they won't even use it and they'll go somewhere else, which we don't want that. And so, I try to change it every day, at least every other day, and you'll still be good. But you gotta change that litter box. Another thing about the litter box is what's the appropriate amount of litter boxes to have. It depends on how many cats you have. The rule of thumb is you're supposed to have 1 litter box per cat plus 1. So if you have 1 cat, then you're supposed to have 1 litter box for that cat plus 1. So that's a total of 2 litter boxes for 1 cat. If you have 2 cats, you're supposed to have 2 litter boxes plus 1. So 2 cats is 3 litter boxes, and so forth and so on. So that's what you're supposed to have. So litter box, when stuff go in, it gotta come out. And, if you want your house to smell clean and continue to be lovely, then this is an important thing you got to stay on top of, obviously, because we don't want a stinky house. There you go. So, Batman, I was asking you earlier, Batman, do you mind not licking your butt when I'm talking to you? Thank you. So, Batman, oh, Lord. Batman, I told you we was gonna start filming and stuff. It's not, you just not in here with just me and you no more. Okay? That's kind of rude to be licking your butt in public. And even though we're not out in the public, people are watching this. So it's the public. Alright, can y'all behave? I'm about to leave for a few. Yeah, okay. Gotta run some errands real quick. So y'all can't behave till I leave. I'll be back. number 3 is going to be grooming, or should I say grooming and bathing. Now this is an interesting one for me because I'm an animal lover. I don't just love cats, I love all animals. But previously I never really wanted to have a cat as a pet because I knew cats shed a lot. And so I'm one of those neat people who, I don't like hair all around the house and dealing with all that. Is not my thing. So I never wanted to have a cat for that reason. But how I stumbled into Batman and Robin, who are of the Devon Rex breed of cat, one of the things about them, they're supposed to be hairless or near hairless, where they don't shed at all. Well, now that I have them, they do shed. They don't shed a lot, but they do shed. And so brushing your cats is how you keep that in check. You have to brush them on a regular basis to maintain the shedding and keep it under control. I brush my cats like once a week, and I don't have any problems. I have no hair around the house, none of that. But that's the reason why, because I do that on a regular. So if you want to maintain or manage that shedding, you have to brush your cats on a regular basis, on a schedule. Now, my cats don't shed a lot, so I'm sure for cats that shed on a regular amount, or especially like the long hair breeds, I'm sure you have to brush a lot more. But the key here is you have to have some type of system where you manage that and you brush them on a regular. That's a big one. Now, as far as bathing cats are like one of the cleanest animals in nature. They have a tongue that's designed to not only clean, but really get down in the grooves of their skin. I mean, it's one of the marvels of nature, actually. And so cats are very, very clean. From what I've researched, you really don't have to bathe cats at all, because they clean themselves. And they clean each other, as if those of you who have more than one cat know, or you don't even really have to have cats. Y'all probably seen they clean each other. But anyway, getting back to the point. Now, as far as myself, I do bathe my cats. I bathe my cats like every 6 months, and that's just for my sanity. Just the idea of an animal laying around the house all the time and never bathing. So I know all of that, but it's a personal thing for me. But cats, you definitely don't have to bathe them like you had to do dogs and other animals, as far as that's concerned. Now, the thing about cats, though, cats hate water. I know. The 410, looking at some kicks. What y'all think of these? I might pick these on up. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but we still in the pandemic and everything, so out in the public, you gotta have your little mask on. But we looking at some kicks. I'm gonna rock something out of here. I'll see y'all in a minute. So, the fourth item on this list of how to take care of your cats is their nails. So, this is a big one for me because, like most of you, I heard about, cats tearing up your furniture and things like that. That's a no-no. I cannot have that. So, the nails is like for them, Uh, it's a lifeline. It's like one of their most important defense mechanisms. But if you do certain things with their nails, it won't be a problem. So let's discuss it. So another thing that you can do when it comes to the nail situation is you can invest in some things called scratchers. So what scratchers are, they scratch on these things and it trims their nails down. And you can put them next to whatever you don't want them to scratch, and they will scratch that instead of that item. And so, this is something cats gotta do naturally, is shave their nails down. Their nails are a defense mechanism for them. So you can't really get mad at them. It's something they think they do subconsciously. They don't even think about it. So, like we don't think about breathing. Ladies, you don't think about getting your nails done. Cats, they don't think about scratching. So, the last thing I wanted to talk about as far as nails is concerned is something called declawing. Now, I when I was first entertaining the thought of getting cats, I considered declawing because, don't want cats to scratch up my stuff. But with a little study, research, I found out that, you see like the tip of your finger here that your nail sits on is on the tip. It's the same for a cat. So when you declaw a cat, what you're actually doing is you cutting off the tip of his finger, which can lead to all kind of other complications and a miserable life for them, which kind of goes without saying. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't declaw your cat. So, back home now, showered and shaved and all that good stuff. So, the fifth topic today is going to be that of exercise. Yes, you have to exercise your cats. Now, again, they don't need as much exercise as dogs or some other animals, but they do need exercise. All animals have pent-up energy, especially if they in the house all the time, that they have to express or get out, or they will tear up your stuff to get it out. So you gotta exercise your cats now. Typically, if you just exercise them or play with them for 10 or 15 minutes twice a day, that should be sufficient. A good thing to do is play with them, right before they eat, especially at night. You play with them before they eat. You get that adrenaline going, and then they eat. They settle down a little faster. But you want to play with your cats a couple of times a day for a few minutes. Another thing about this and exercising and getting that pent-up energy out of the animal, I'm a big proponent of having more than one. If you have more than one cat, at least another one, then they play with themselves. They play amongst themselves. That helps you out with what you had to do in terms of playing with them, getting the energy out. Just think about it. If you were at home by yourself for 8, 10, 12 hours, and that might be critical for you too. Some of y'all can understand that with this pandemic stuff, but you definitely want to consider that is best for the cats so they don't get lonely. They always have somebody to play with even when you're gone. So now, lastly, I just want to add that, I want to ask y'all, if you would, treat your animals well. They didn't ask to be there with you, but now all they have is you. Treat them like family. Fam.